we love to talk about the NFL, day in, day out, but we haven't had this beautiful thing, okay? This to talk about. So let's skip and talk about this schedule and what is going on, because there's the beautiful primetime games, of course, Lions at Chiefs, that kicks it off in a couple of days. We've got Bills and Jets, the Monday nighter, which will be super, super fun as well. But, and then what do we have Sunday night? Oh yeah, Cowboys, Giants. I'll be in New York. Do I go to both those games, Sunday and Monday? Maybe. And that debut between Rodgers and Josh Allen happens Monday night. But there are some awesome Sunday games, these bad boys, that I'm looking at right here, that I just kind of want to, I haven't talked about them or picked them apart, and I wanted to dig into a couple intriguing storylines here. And let's do it. Yeah, here they are. I want to start with the 1 p.m. window with the Bengals taking on the Browns. This one's in Cleveland. And why this one is special to me, this is Burrow's first on-field action after missing pretty much the entire preseason with a calf injury. And it's also our first look at the Bengals O-line. And I gotta say, I don't know if I would say I'm worried. Like, Burrow doesn't come out hot out the gates really ever, and it might be because of the injury, it might just be because he likes to warm up, whatever. But I don't. This is a tough draw for our boy Joe. Look at the history. Joe picked up his first career win against Cleveland, Week 14 of last year, but Myles Garrett has owned this matchup. Joe has been sacked 3.6 times per game in his 5 career games against Cleveland and has taken 7 hits a game in those contests as well. I hate this for him. It's all resulted in his passer rating being nearly 10 points lower than his career average. So this is a tough one. Really nice opportunity. Are we trying to be positive? Like Orlando Brown, who we love, one of our favorite guys we saw on our training camp tour, Ted Karras and company. Like, let's protect our boy. And if you look at the next game I want to talk about, it's the 4 p.m. window. Listen, most storied rivalry there is in the NFL. It's got a little something new, a little new chapter. It's Packers-Bears. Over the last 10 years, this thing has been the most one-sided piece of all, okay? The Packers won 17 of the last 20 meetings by an average of double digits. So it is all about Love versus Fields. It is all about the intrigue of the unknown, both with tons to prove. And I like Love more than most. But with this game, people, taking place Week 1, out the gates in Chicago, it really puts most of the pressure, I think, on the Bears. People aren't expecting that much. There's no Love's gonna come in and beat Aaron Rodgers. Like that ran its course. We know Rodgers is doing his thing. But with the Bears, after what has been an offseason full of wins and full of hype and full of celebrating, like maybe not as much as the Lions in this division, but a lot. This fan base was going crazy after the Rodgers trade. It would be so hard to stomach the Packers coming out of Soldier Field. I can't even say it. If the Packers win, oh my God. I will say, if any young quarterback is ready to handle sort of the weight of all of this, I think it's Justin Fields, especially guys with the new weapons. Let's show some nice. Yeah, and I don't know if I want to see those nice Packers highlights. No, thank you. I don't know what that was. No, thank you. Finally, 4 p.m. window, I am looking at the Dolphins and Chargers, 2 explosive offenses. I want fireworks. I feel like I can always call these games when there's going to be high scoring. I love fantasy football. This will be like where I'm stacking my daily lineups. We'll get you set for that later this week. Both of these teams are finding their way into the playoffs this year. Those are my predictions, okay? And we're doing Predict-a-thon later. But these are playoff teams playing each other, okay? Justin Herbert got his mega deal this offseason, so it's a nice opportunity, sure for him, but for Tua to make a statement about him, about his future in Miami. The Dolphins reportedly tabled any talks of an extension with him last week, but if he can come out and outduel the newly minted $262 million man in Herbert, and if he can use some of those like judo moves we've been talking about to escape Mac and Bosa, I think it instantly sort of gets the Tua train, which needs to be put into the right direction again. And why does it need to? Because people hate on Tua, that's true, but also he had it really rough in this matchup last year. I don't want to love you Dolphins fans. I'm not trying to remind you about this, but it was a rough go for him. And then if you look at the Chargers side of things, we're big fans here. You get to see not only a healthy Herbert, but what can Kellen Moore do with a healthy Herbert? Can he outduel McDaniel? I'm into that, okay? Like Mike tells Carmi in The Bear, which I'm watching. Wow, me watching the show is huge. I downloaded Hulu. You're proud of me? Yeah. Thank you. Let it rip. Isn't that what he says? The brother? Let it rip, Kellen. Let it go.